Today we will talk about adjectives. Adjectives are describing words. It describes a noun or a pronoun. So describes means it gives us more information about a noun or a pronoun. So we will learn more about adjectives today. So what is an adjective? As I already told you, an adjective is a word that describes a noun or a pronoun. So it describes, as for example, if I say that Ram is a good boy. So it's a very simple sentence that we use. Ram is a good boy. So they're good. That is an adjective because it is placed before a boy, which is a noun. Okay. So it tells us more about that noun. That good tells us more about that noun. So that is why it is an adjective. Now every time, is it placed every time before a noun? No. Sometimes it can be placed even after the verb also. As for example, if I say that he is happy. Okay, so here see happy, we are not placing it before a noun, but still then it is acting as an adjective because it gives us more information about that he, which is the replacement of noun, that is a pronoun. Okay. So here are some examples that I have given. Happy boy. So here happy is acting as an adjective because it is placed before that boy, that is a noun. Red apple, again red is placed before that noun apple, so that is again acting as an adjective. Next one, tall building. Here tall is also an adjective because it is placed before a noun, that is building. So in the same way, if a word is placed before a noun and talks more about that noun or gives us more information about that noun, it becomes an adjective. Now, types of adjectives. What are the types of adjectives that we have? So the first one is adjective of quality, then adjective of quantity, then adjective of number. Fourth one is demonstrative adjective, and the last one is possessive adjectives. So these are the types of adjectives that we have. Now one by one I will go through it. First one, adjective of quality. Describes quality. Quality of anything, of any person or anything. When the quality is described by a word, or if we give more information regarding the quality of a person or a thing, it becomes what? Adjective of quality. As for example, beautiful, tall, happy. So these are the adjectives of quality because uh, these are the quality that we talk about with a noun, and we use it with a noun. Okay. Next one is adjective of quantity. Now what do you mean by quantity? It shows amount, not the exact figure. It gives us the amount, an assumption. Okay. So as for example, some, much, little, few, so many. So these are the example of adjective of quantity because it talks about the quantity and not about the exact figure. And when they are placed, when these words are placed before a noun, it becomes adjective of quantity. As for example, if I say I have few books, okay, so this few is what? Adjective of quantity because it is giving us an amount, means it giving us an assumption, and it is placed before a noun, that is book, and it talks more about that book, that how many books do I have. It is not giving us the exact figure, but it is giving us an assumption, an amount, so that is why it becomes what? Adjective of quantity. Next we have adjective of number. So they gives us the exact figure, the numeric value. Okay, it may be the cardinal numbers or the ordinal numbers. As for what are the cardinal numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, the numeric value, and ordinal numbers are first, second, third, fourth. Okay, so when these words are placed before a noun again, so they are considered as adjectives. As for example, that I have 2 mangoes. Okay, so this 2, that is the numeric value. that is a number that we are using before mango. Okay, so which is a noun again. So it is talking about a noun or giving us more information about that noun. So and about the number of that noun. So that is why it becomes what? Adjective of number. In the same way, if I say that he is the first boy, okay, so I am using that first, that is the ordinal number before a noun again, and it talks about that boy, that he is the first one in the class, so that is why it becomes what? Adjective of number. So all the cardinals and the ordinals, when they are placed before a noun, it becomes adjective of number. But yes, one thing you have to remember, that they should be placed before a noun. Next one, demonstrative adjectives. So we have 4 demonstrative adjectives. What are they? This, that, these and those. So this, when to use this, THIS, when only one is there and near to you. When to use that, when far away from you and one in number. When more than one in number but very near to you, then it will become these. And when far away from you and more than one in number, that will become those. But yes, you have to remember one thing, that they will become adjectives only when they are used before a noun. So let me just give some example, that this bag is mine. So see, before this bag I am using THIS this. Okay, so that means it is talking about that bag, it is giving us information about that bag, it is helping us to just know about that bag. Okay, so that is why this becomes what? Demonstrative adjective, as it is placed before a noun, that is bag. In the same way, that, those and these, they will also become demonstrative adjectives when they are placed before a noun. Last one is possessive adjectives. So it talks about the possession or the ownership. Okay. So as for example, let me just give you some example to make it more clear. So if I say that it is my bag. It is my bag. Okay. So here I am using that my, that is possessive adjective, before that bag, which is a noun. So when we use that these words, as for example my, your, his, her, which shows the possession before a noun, it talks about, gives us more information about that noun again. So acting as an adjective, so it becomes what? Possessive adjectives. So when these possessive words are placed, these are the possessive pronoun, right? Now these words, when we place it before a noun, it acts as what? Possessive adjectives, because it gives us more information about the noun. Now one thing, I have already completed all the adjectives that we have, the types. Okay, so what is the function of adjectives actually? How does it work in a sentence? So it gives us more information about the noun. Okay, so adjectives make sentences more interesting and clear. So it makes the sentence more clear and more prominent one. So it helps us to understand more clearly. Okay, so this is only the function of adjectives. Now one thing you have to remember, that adjectives of quality, that adjective can be placed before a noun and sometimes it can be placed after the verb also. Okay, so it describes a noun or a pronoun. In the same way, the rest of the adjectives that we have, they are generally placed before a noun. Okay, so this is all about the adjectives. Hope you all have understood. Thank you.